Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, let's ask the question, how do we know Apple and Google aren't cheating us? Alright, so it's another beautiful morning here today. We don't get that many of them, so it's always nice when we do. Rather than go straight to the office this morning, I thought I would drive up here to the Ridgeway to do the video, and it is beautiful out here today. So anyway, today I wanted to share with you an email question I got last week from someone. I won't say his name because I forgot to ask whether or not I could, but he asked if I would talk about this. So what he said, and I've never heard this question before, and I wanted to share it with you. He said, how can we be sure that Google and Apple is not faking the number of downloads and purchases? As for example, maybe they have sold 1 million copies of your app, but they only report to you that they have sold only 100 copies of your app. How can you be sure? Right? And I thought this was kind of funny. I've never heard that before. Maybe, hey, you know what? Maybe my apps are super successful and, you know, they're just not telling me about it, and they're skimming more than just their 30%. You know, how do I not know? And then so I started thinking about it, going, yeah, you know what? Maybe they are. You know, maybe they're not being as honest as we think. You know, because we just take the analytics they give us. And then I thought, no, that's completely. So here's the answer to the question. You have analytics so that you know how many apps are being downloaded. In fact, there was one point last year where I did a video where I talked about how I had this real big spike on iTunes Connect, and I said it must have been featured, right? Because every so often you'll get on Google, you don't get this. Google is more, you know, they're more data focused, so they don't make these kind of mistakes. But occasionally on iTunes Connect, you'll get like a huge spike, and it will just be like 10,000 downloads of one of your apps, right? And then, so I did a video on it saying must have been featured, but I didn't make any revenue and no reviews. That was really kind of weird, right? And then a bunch of you guys told me, hey, you know what? That happens sometimes. Apple is not the most reliable. Sometimes they make mistakes, right? And true enough, I went through the analytics and found out I did not have that many downloads, right? One of the reasons to have analytics is because it gives you more, not just more view on what people are doing within your apps, but also the number of downloads and the things that you don't normally get from the console. I find the Google Play Console to be very accurate. You know, I trust Google Play Console. The iTunes Connect console, not so much. They'll give you the data, but sometimes they do make mistakes. So you should always have analytics within your application. Now, with all the privacy concerns and everything lately, I'm not sure if that's going to change within the next few months. I mean, it's the whole GDPR thing here in the UK and around Europe is still up in the air, and everybody I've spoken to, nobody quite knows how that's going to go. But for right now, analytics is the way to go, and that's how we know, you know, whether or not we're being cheated or anything. So from my point of view, we are not being cheated. Now, hey, you know, but with AdMob, I don't know. With ad networks, you know, maybe they are, whatever, but I don't even know what percentage they get versus what I get. So, you know, in terms of that. So if you guys have any insights into that, let me know. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like or dislike. And anyway, that's it for today. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.